first of all, I want to talk about the game. Yeah, Manchester United versus Aston Villa. I'm going to say everything I thought about the game today. I felt like the game was a good game. Manchester United played very well. I thought we lost to defensive frailties, individual defensive errors. You know this, you know when we have this type of errors, I think it's a lot more positive because these are things that I think that the boys can learn from and also move on from. That's what I feel like personally, that the boys can actually learn from the mistakes that they've made and then move on from it and actually be better in the future. That is one thing about individual defensive errors, right? Because it is not a systemic defensive error. It's an individual defensive error. I thought that Euro was not supposed to let Morgan Rogers turn. I thought that Euro was supposed to be briefed about his prolific goal scoring. You know, tell him Euro needed to know this guy scores. This guy is on. He's in form right now. He's scoring goals for fun right now. So you have to be tighter on him. And when he controlled that ball and the ball seemed like it was going out, I felt like Euro. I was shouting at the time, Euro, go to that guy, get the ball off the field, get the ball. Even the commentators were talking about it, that he's not in a goal scoring position. He turned around, he had the time to turn the ball around, then paste the ball into a goal scoring into a position where he know he can whip it in. He's a guy filled with confidence and he could do anything at the time. And so I felt like, nah, this is not what we're supposed to be looking at right now. But then, you know, that's an individual defensive error, and I feel like Manchester United, Lenny Euro would grow into it. Yes, I think that he will grow into it. That's why I am not too hard on Lenny Euro conceding that goal again. Yeah, I'm not too hard on him. And second goal, you know, a lot of people are blaming Lenny Euro for the second goal. I'll say one thing clear here. Everybody understand it. I'm going to blame, a lot of people are blaming Lenny Euro. I'm going to tell you to go watch the goal again. My blame comes from the beginning. Where was Aiden Heaven? Why would Aiden Heaven allowed Oli Watkins to nick the ball off him, and it went towards the path of Morgan Rogers. And at that point, I felt like Lenny Euro was supposed to be closer to his man. Lenny Euro was supposed to at least get closer, get tighter. You know, you don't have to play the ball, you don't have to kick the ball. Just make him uncomfortable. Put yourself in a position that it makes it uncomfortable for him to hit the ball. That's all you need to do. You don't need. I didn't think that Lenny Euro needed to do anything. Just make him uncomfortable to hit the ball. Keep pushing him, keep putting your body. He would not be able to hit the ball, but at the end of the day, Lenny Euro went there and raised his arm up, and that was the problem for me. And I saw that inexperience. That is inexperience. You don't go around a player who is on form, who has so much belief in himself, and you go there raising your arm up like, oh, you know what? I'm not touching him. I'm not touching him. You don't. Football is contact sport. You have to touch him. You have to push him out of the 18-yard box. You have to move him away. He does not have to come close. This is a guy full of confidence, and whatever he does turns to goal. So I feel like that is individual errors that, you know, you can train the players on. You can talk to the players about, and they will get over it. And this is why I am not so upset with the loss today. Yeah. This is why I'm not so upset with the loss today, because, you know, you have to train these players on it. I thought that was inexperience, because first of all, Aiden Heaven was not supposed to. This is your area. You have to take charge of your area. This is your defensive area. The ball is coming into your area. You have to take charge of it. You have to make sure that you are the one getting the balls and clearing them. You don't have to give Oli Watkins the right to nick the ball off you. Oli Watkins nicks the ball off him, and the ball falls to Rogers, and Rogers touches the ball. Look, listen, let me tell you something. Rogers is wise. The boy understands that any mistake you make, it's a penalty. Then you don't have to look at playing the ball. All you have to look at is making sure you cover the part where he wants to play the ball. Cover the part, push him away, get him off the zone, and that's it. So guys, I felt like but then I am not so upset about the loss. Like I said, we have loads of our players out. We already lost Mbeumo. We already lost them. Ahmad. We don't have Mazraoui. Also, we don't have Matthias De Ligt. We don't have Harry Maguire. If you look at it, this is 5 players we do not have, and now we do not have Bruno Fernandes, and that's a problem. So right now, it is headache for Ruben Amorim at this point. But the question is, how are we going to, what is Ruben Amorim going to do about these players that are not there right now? What is Bruno Fernandes? What is Ruben Amorim going to do? We do not have Bruno Fernandes, and I think that Kobe Mainu comes back next game. I think that Casemiro comes back next game, and we saw the cameo with Martinez. So the question is, how are we going to have our midfield shape? But before I go into that, I want to say something first. Yeah, I'm going to give Ruben Amorim kudos in this game. In this game, the reason I'm saying I'm going to give Ruben Amorim kudos in this game is this. Listen here, Ruben. In the first half, Manchester United ended the game on high. We were high on tenacity. Yeah, we were high on tenacity. We were pushing seriously. Yeah, in the first half, and in the second half, when it came to the second half, we did not lose the intensity at how we were pushing. Yeah, we did not lose the intensity at how we were pushing. What is his name? Martinez came in for Bruno Fernandes in that middle of the park, and I felt like he made it very simple. He simplified playing the midfield. For me, I think that we have something to do. Kingsley, yeah, welcome, Kingsley, yeah. Simon Crepa, welcome, yeah, Kingsley. Kingsley says, I don't think Bruno injury is serious. He'll be available next game. I hope so. I hope so. Do you know why I say I hope so? I hope Bruno Fernandes is back next game. Let me tell you something, yeah. I saw what Mason Mount was trying to do when Bruno Fernandes was not in the game, and I told myself that Mason Mount plays better if Bruno Fernandes is in the game, because Bruno Fernandes has better vision and better imagination. This is that for me. Bruno Fernandes has better imagination and better vision, and Bruno Fernandes in a game guarantees that you are going to create chances. And for me, Bruno Fernandes in the second half, Manchester United would have gotten a chance to score. Aside from the double cross where Matheus Cunha headed wide, aside from that, I felt like Bruno Fernandes had an opportunity. In the game, Bruno Fernandes in that game with Manchester United were going to create an opportunity to score. That was what I felt. But then, you might not know. Yeah, you might not know. But at the end of the day, I felt like the cameo of Lisandro Martinez in the midfield was simplified. And I am thinking in my head, how about playing Casemiro and Lisandro Martinez in the middle of the park against Newcastle? We see that we see clearly how simplified and how effective Lisandro Martinez can be in the middle of the park. He can win you balls and he can play direct passes. I saw him play some passes into the path of Cunha and into the path of Mason Mount, and I felt like that was excellent. That was excellent passes. He made it very simple. Yeah, we would have won that game if Bruno's still in the game. Yeah, Bruno's creativity is out of this world. His imagination is out of this world. So it's very clear. And now, but we're talking about the midfield right now. We might not have Bruno in the next game. Ruben Amorim said it in his post-match conference. He does not know. I hope Bruno comes back. But a situation where we don't see Bruno back, what do we do? A situation where we don't see Bruno back. Thank you guys for joining. Thank everybody for joining. Yeah. What's wrong with what eyes, man? So thank everybody for joining. Thank you for joining. If you're seeing me for the first time, please click on the like subscribe. Click on the subscribe. Click on the notification. Every time we drop videos, you're going to get it. So Yes, let us look at let us look at the midfield. Yeah, let us if we play Casemiro in that midfield pivot with Alessandro Martinez, don't you think that it would give us a little bit of solidity at the back? Or because I know that in heaven, Lenioro is out of form this season. Lenioro is actually not giving us what we want. Lenioro is not giving us what we want, and I think it's a problem. He's not closing. Like, okay, the first goal. Let me talk about the first goal. I want to talk about the first goal. Why I think Lenioro is not giving us what we want. If you notice the first goal, Morgan Rogers controls the ball down, and the ball was going off. At that point, I felt like Lenioro should have gone on with him, got tighter with him, and get the ball off the field. This will give the Manchester United team a chance to regroup. But he stood there, he left him, he got the ball unmarked, he turned around and moved the ball towards goal, and Lenioro did not still get tight until he let the ball out of his leg. So I blame Lenioro 100% for the first goal, because I thought he would have gotten the ball out of the pitch. I felt he would have gotten the ball out of the pitch and then allow Manchester United regroup, and then we can go forward. So that is a problem for me for Lenioro. Lenioro is actually not playing up to par this season, and this is why we miss Matthias De Ligt and Harry Maguire a lot, because if we had Matthias De Ligt playing on the right, Harry Maguire playing in the middle, I don't think we would have conceded those goals against Aston Villa. And if we had Casemiro in the middle with Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United would have been better. Exactly. De Ligt can never allow. The guy would not even turn. De Ligt would boot. De Ligt go play the guy and the ball outside. The guy will not even turn. You understand? So I just felt like Lenioro and Aiden Heaven, the inexperience showed today was on a high. The inexperience showed today was on a high, and I think that Ruben Amorim has to do something about it. If we are not getting Matthias De Ligt and Harry Maguire back anytime soon, then you have to shout it into them, because there is no way we are going to be because look at it. We conceded four against Bournemouth because of them. We conceded 4. De Ligt, Maguire, we don't concede 4. We won't concede 4. And if you look at it against Aston Villa today, we pressed high. We were the better team. We got the balls. We recycled possession, and we went on them. So if you look at it, Manchester United was far the better team today, but we lost because we had these young guys. I don't know if I'm going to call them Ajebo defenders, who were, I don't know, I just don't understand. Well, I think one thing is clear, yeah? I think one thing is clear. Euro has been showing signs of frailties from the beginning of this season, and he needs to sit on the bench for some time. And yeah, he's been showing signs of frailties, and he needs to sit on the bench. And also, I think that I just don't know, but I feel like Manchester United under Ruben Amorim is coming off quite well. I'm going to say that honestly. The attack looks really, really good. Matheus Cunha I think Matheus Cunha was top today. He missed a clear-cut chance, the cross from Odogu. He missed it, and I actually felt really bad. I felt like if that goal had gone in, Manchester United would have had that more venom, to go for the kill. But then he missed it. I felt that overall, Manchester United was the better team overall. If you look at the stats, Manchester United created better chances, and Manchester United was just better overall when you look at the stats and all of that. And even with your eye test, watching the ball, I felt like Manchester United did better. We pressed them up high, we got the balls back. Second balls were very important. We recycled the second balls, and we were far better than Aston Villa. Turning it around and all of that. We are better team. Even Arsenal didn't pressure Villa the way we did. Yes. They played Arsenal now. They kept Arsenal under pressure. They played Arsenal. They kept Arsenal under pressure. We were not. We see in the whole of the game, Manchester United did not look like a team under pressure. Manchester United had the game where they wanted it. We had the game where we wanted it. Overall, Manchester United had the game where we wanted it. So I didn't think that we were under pressure against Villa at any time. We were playing the game. We were playing the game clearly. I really miss Ahmad so much. Seriously, watching that guy gives me I don't want to go to discussing missing Ahmad, missing Mbeumo, missing Mazraoui. Listen, these guys, we know what they bring to Manchester United. Now we can actually value Ahmad's contribution to Manchester United. We see what Ahmad brings to Manchester United. Most of the time people say Ahmad cannot be playing the wing back. But what I'm seeing is a player who enjoys playing out from the back. Ahmad is enjoying that football, playing out from the back, running at defenders, being very trickery, and being like everything he does, creating opportunities, getting in on goals, shooting at goalkeepers. Everything he does, Ahmad actually is a joy to watch, and we miss him. I actually missed Mbeumo, because in this type of game, you see Mbeumo, even if he's not scoring goals, but you see Mbeumo getting in on positions and all of that. Imagine saying Mbeumo had that ball where Matheus Cunha miss, now goal. So overall, Manchester United was very good today. I'll tell you, we lost the game, but we were good. Yes, and I think that in the middle of the park, let us discuss the middle of the park. Let us discuss in a situation where Bruno Fernandes does not come back at the game against the Newcastle. Let us discuss what we can do in the middle of the park. Listen, I watched Lisandro Martinez play, and with I think Ugarte in that place, and I saw that the solidity that this guy brings, what's his name, Lisandro Martinez, gave Ugarte the opportunity to go forward. And many times, yes, Ugarte, the only thing I know that Ugarte does not have the vision. Ugarte does not have the IQ of a footballer, right? But he wins the ball very well, but he does not utilize the ball properly. That is what I know about Ugarte. He can go in tackles. He goes in hard. He wins tackles. He ruffles you up. He ruffles you up properly, but then he does not do anything significant with the ball. So we need somebody who is very, very intelligent around Ugarte. Well, if he wins the ball, this guy is somebody to pick up the ball and move with the ball, because I see that Ugarte is not good with passing out with the ball and all of those things. He's just his level of his IQ is very low for a club like Manchester United. He does not read the players, he does not read the room, he does not understand what's going on in the field. He just wins the ball, right? And if Ugarte had been a player that knows how to use the ball, he would be a player like Kante for Manchester United. But unfortunately, we don't see him in that light. Unfortunately, we don't see him in that light, right? Now, if we play a Lisandro Martinez and a Casemiro in the midfield, Lisandro could be number 8. Lisandro can play those passes. I saw it today. I saw him playing those passes into Mason Mount, into Mason Mount, into what's his name? Other number 10, Matheus Cunha. I saw him playing those passes into Matheus Cunha and Mason Mount, and I felt like if this guy plays alongside Casemiro, we would have some form of defensive solidity for the defenders. You get, we will have that solidity, and Lisandro Martinez keeps it simple. He keeps it very simple, playing it the way it's supposed to be, and that would give that might give what's his name? That might give Casemiro the license to either sit deep and not go so forward, or go forward and not bother about his back, because he knows he has someone reliable to be able to win the ball for him, right? And that is why I think that if Kobe does not come back, because we know that in recent news we hear that Ruben Amorin actually has been building Kobe to be the number 8 for Manchester United. Yeah, Kobe has to be a little bit stronger, a little bit faster, and being able to play box to box, in tight spaces and all of that. And I saw it with Kobe in his last game for Manchester United, the cameo he made. I saw it that Kobe was beginning to I saw it that Kobe was beginning to be, playing those short passes and getting in out of tight spaces. And I saw what Lisandro Martinez was doing today. He was actually excellent, playing those passes, and he was precise with his passes. His passes was very good. There was this pass he played into the path of Cunha, and I was like, wow, we can play this guy in the middle. We can play him. We can play him in the middle, right? I think that I think we have a problem with I think that I was here on this channel about 2 months ago. Matt Blocks, welcome, guy. Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome. So I feel like we can play Casemiro and Martinez. Casemiro be the standing CM, while we play Martinez as the box to box. He can roam. He can pick out those passes, and we can use him. He can play those final passes. Newcastle doesn't have a creative player, so playing Martinez and Casemiro, we're going to, exactly my point. We can just play. We can just play in those passes in between them. And if Kobe Mainu is back, I would want to see Kobe Mainu play too, right? I want to see Kobe Mainu play too. But then I think that seeing Martinez play today gives me a lot of confidence that he can play with Casemiro. It gives me loads of confidence that he can play with Casemiro. Yeah, Dallo. Yeah, listen. Yeah, Dallo might be rubbish, but I would not discard Dallo, just easily, because sometimes he comes out, he plays good, he's ever present, he's ever ready to fill up that space and put in the work and only some of the times these are the things that the manager looks out for. A player who is ready to work and play according to what he wants. Dallo might not be the best of crossers, but then his hard work is there to speak for him. And I think that with time, Manchester United will get players that will replace all of these players. Yeah. And Šeško, Šeško needs to be. I will talk about Šeško later, but we are talking about the midfield right now. I think that the midfield, we need to be better in the midfield, right? We need to create some form of solidity in the midfield. Well, our midfield should not be outrun, because against Newcastle, we are going to be playing Bruno Guimaraes. We are going to be playing Sandro Tonelli. We are going to be playing the big man. I've forgotten his name. The big man, I think, is Brazilian also. Joelinton. Yeah, we are going to be Joelinton. And they are big. So we will need to win duels. We will need to win battles in the midfield. We need to play passes, as fast as we can. The one thing today that I enjoyed actually was the pace at which we played the passes. I'm going to give thumbs up to Mason Mount. Mason Mount was excellent today. Mason Mount is a hard worker. He worked off his socks today, and I'm going to give him. I think that Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes as number 10s would be a problem. It will be a problem. It's going to be serious problem. We have players like Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes as number 10s. I'm praying that Bruno, because the manager said it's soft tissue, right? So it is not about his hamstring. The manager said it's soft tissue. He felt something there, and they have to look at it, and come up with something. But then I hope that Bruno Fernandes does not stay out for long. We in the second half we missed his creativity, we missed his vision, we missed his imagination. Bruno, I thought that Bruno, I was like, I was shouting, can you see it? Can you see it now? The manager knows why he does not want Bruno off. Can you see it now? We lost that creativity, we lost that spark. There was nobody putting in those, making, like, asking for those runs where he could play in those passes. Bruno, like, we missed Bruno today, yes, and we missed Casemiro today. But then going forward, I would want to see Casemiro and Lisandro Martinez in that middle of the park. Let's see what will happen, with Mason Mount and Cunha in the number 10 channels. Let us see what will happen. Yeah, I hope so. I just hope that Bruno comes back next game. I just hope so. Now let's go to the front. Yeah. Let us look at Benjamin Sesko. What does the manager have to do to get the best out of Benjamin Sesko? Benjamin Sesko most times not in games. Benjamin Sesko most times not in games. Right? He's not occupying defenders. And that is my problem. That's the major problem. He's not occupying defenders. He's not a problem to the defenders. The defenders are not worried about him. He's supposed to be a problem for defenders. This is what I want. The manager needs to get this into the head of Benjamin Sesko. You have to be a problem to the defenders. The defenders have to be scared of you. Listen. If I'm the manager, I'm gonna have talks with Matheus Cunha. I'm gonna have talks with Matheus Cunha and Benjamin Sesko, right? I'm gonna have talks with them. I think that for Matheus Cunha, I'll tell him, in the final third, you are a go-getter. You should be playing one more pass. Matheus Cunha loves to score goals, but at least play just one more pass makes it easier for you to score goals. If Matheus Cunha had gotten closer to goal, I think that Manchester United would have scored in the first 5 minutes of the game if he had gotten closer to goal, because the shot he took that was rounded. It was a brilliant shot. It was a brilliant shot. The goalkeeper had no way he would react. But then I thought it was too far. One more pass and boom. And I think that way Matheus Cunha is going to get loads of goals. And I think that Benjamin Sesko has to maybe hit the gym. He has to be a lot more stronger, because you have to make defenders worried about you. You have to look like what Dogu and Dalo did today. Making sure that they pegged back the wing backs for Newcastle. The full backs were pegged backs, because Dalo and Dogu were always going forward. And the thing is, Dogu does not have the quality we want him to have right now. He does not have that quality. But I think that Manchester United will be looking at improving on that side. That's why I hear we are going in for Semenyo, and the news is that Semenyo is going to leave Bournemouth this January. We don't know if he will be choosing Manchester United. We hear that Manchester United are very confident of signing him. We don't know if he will be choosing Manchester United, but what I know, or one thing that is clear for me or to me, is that Semenyo will be listening to offers, and maybe he might be choosing Manchester United. We need a very good player like Ahmad on that side. The manager has said it. Ruben Amorin talked about it. He said it. We need a player like Ahmad on the other side. A player like Ahmad on the other side makes Manchester United lot more threatening. You understand how Ahmad plays? How Ahmad plays, the way he plays, his combination with Mbeumo and all of that makes Manchester United look a lot more threatening. And if we have it on the left side of the field between Luke Shaw and whoever they bring. Let us look at Luke Shaw and Semenyo on that part. You know, Luke Shaw going forward with Semenyo. Manchester United would look a lot more deadlier. Then in the middle of the park, we have Bruno Fernandes, we have Mason Mount, we have Cunha, we have Mbeumo. Manchester United on the front would look deadly, and I think that we should be giving kudos to Ruben Amorim, because this guy is setting up a team that is, listen, we are not winning games now. We are winning sparingly, yeah. But I'm telling you that this guy is setting up a very dangerous team. Ruben Amorim is setting up a very, very dangerous team. I'm telling you, if he gets it right in the midfield, you know, that what he's building, if he gets it right in the midfield, if we are able to press with the intensity we are pressing with, and we have a midfield that can recover ball as quickly as possible, Manchester United would look really deadly. Imagine, because we will be recovering ball very fast, and the wing backs will be walking, will be going, it will be flowing. And you know, when the wing backs are flowing, going to and fro, receiving balls, playing into channels, we have center backs that will sit back. We have the channels, you know the right side, the right center back and the left center back, both of them would have that bravery to create extra men whenever Manchester United is on the trajectory. You might not understand it now, but Manchester United is creating a really dangerous squad. I'm telling you, you would come back a year, 6 months later to this channel, and you're going to say it, that this guy said it. Elder, my name is Elder. Take it anywhere. I'm telling you, take it anywhere. Manchester United is creating a really, really dangerous squad. I'm telling you, when we have our defense, keep them fit, and we have our midfielders, keep them fit, Manchester United will look very dangerous. I'm telling you, look at Casemiro. Whenever Casemiro has played, Manchester United sparingly lose. We hardly lose whenever Casemiro is on the field. We hardly lose whenever Casemiro is on the field. We need you have to let me tell you why you have to trust Ruben Amorim. Yeah, I love you guys. Everybody that has joined this channel, please click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button. My name is Elder. This is Man United Elder TV. Everything we discuss here is about Manchester United. I want to tell you why you have to trust Ruben Amorim. I want to tell you why you have to trust Ruben Amorim. All right, Simon Krepek, thank you so much for coming by. Thank you. I appreciate you. Big love. Yeah. Well, I want to tell you. Yeah, all right, thank you so much. Thank you, I appreciate that. If you're just coming by, you're seeing me for the first time, click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button. I love you all. It's all about Manchester United, and I want to tell you why you should trust Ruben Amorim here. Now I will give you a list. He wanted he wanted Matheus Cunha. We can see that Matheus Cunha is performing. He wanted Bryan Mbeumo. We could see that Bryan Mbeumo is performing right now. He wanted Oli Watkins, but Christopher Vivel wanted Benjamin Sesko. We can see that it is taking Benjamin Sesko time to get into the team. He wanted Emiliano Martinez, but Christopher Vivel wanted Sani Lames. We could see what Emiliano Martinez is doing for Aston Villa right now. So you understand something, that what Ruben Amorim wanted were players that would come into Manchester United and affect Manchester United immediately. Ruben Amorim understands that we have to talk about the future, but the future has to do with the academy. We have to raise the academy players, but right now we have to get players in positions that will affect Manchester United now. Get us European football, that can get us into European football. And if you look at the signings Ruben Amorim sanctioned by himself, I'm telling you that the signings are playing very well. Matheus Cunha and Bryan Mbeumo. I'm not saying that Sani Lames is not doing very well, but I'm telling you that it's going to take Sani Lames a little bit of time to get used to English football, the pace and all of it. Because some of the goals, I'm telling you, some of the goals, Sani Lamens were supposed to stop them. Some of the goals, he was supposed to stop them, but he is not used to the pace of English football. I'm telling you that. He's a good goalkeeper. He's a good goalkeeper. Sani Lamens is a good goalkeeper. He will come up. He will, like, gradually we'll see Sani Lamens grow into becoming a very good goalkeeper at Manchester United. I remember the days of what's his name, De Gea. When De Gea came to Manchester United, many people didn't believe in him, but Sir Alex Ferguson did. You know, De Gea considered some funny goals, you know, when he came at that time, and a lot of, you know, these goals, he considered them. But then at the end of the day, De Gea became the best. Yeah, I think that second goal he should have done better with the second goal, because he knew what the player he knew what Rodgers was going to do already. And you know that some goals actually, even if you know what the player is going to do, sometimes no matter how fast you are, you probably might not reach the ball, right? I think the third goal for Bonamount, the third goal for the free kick. The free kick for Bonamount, I thought he was supposed to do better, you know. So these are early days, these are mistakes, these are early days mistake, right? There are early days. It is going to happen, and he will get acclimatized, he will get used to the Premier League, the speed of the Premier League, the trickery of the Premier League, everything he's going to get used to it, and his brain. All that matters is his brain. His brain will be sharp enough to take in all of it that has to do with the Premier League. And I'm telling you for free, Sani Lamens is going to be a very good goalkeeper for Manchester United. But then when I look at Benjamin Sesko, I think that Benjamin Sesko will not be a striker that will get Manchester United loads of goals, but he will be that very important figure that needs to be in there for Manchester United to be creative. That is what I'm seeing. You know, someone like Firmino for Liverpool. You know, making it possible for Salah and Mane to score goals. You know, all of the things he does. You know, occupying defenders, taking defenders out, running off. You know, and playing balls into channels and all of that. I think that it is going to. This is who Benjamin Sesko is going to be for Manchester United. You know, that striker that gives Manchester United extra bit of quality aside from goals, but he's going to score goals for Manchester United. I see he's a young boy. Benjamin Sesko is a young boy. I think he's 22, 23. He's young. He's not even in his prime. I don't know what we are going to do in the January transfer window. But I think that Manchester United should be getting somebody. I think Manchester United should be getting a win. For me, I think Manchester United should be getting a midfielder. For me, we can go for a winger. You know, in the summer. But for now, I think that Manchester United should be getting in a midfielder. If Ruben Amorim does not trust playing Lisandro Martinez in the midfield, if he does not trust playing Lisandro Martinez in the midfield, then I think that Manchester United should be getting a midfielder. That is what I believe. That is what I think. That is what I think he should be doing. Because if you look at it right now, look at Manchester United right now, we are bereft of depth and quality. You know, we are bereft of depth and quality because we don't have that depth. You know, the quality is not there in the midfield. We have how can we have Casemiro off and the midfield is not looking good? If we had Casemiro playing today, Manchester United would have won this game. Clear. We would have won the game, because I'll tell you, Aston Villa was not good enough. The Manchester United played better. In fact, hold on, I'm going to read out something. All right, I'm going to read out something. I'm going to read out something to just to show you, just to let you know that we were just unlucky today. We were just unlucky. I'm telling you, we were just unlucky because Manchester United was just unlucky. Okay, I'm going to read out this. Right? I can't bring it on the screen now, but let me read it. Let me read out. After gameplay today, Manchester United expected goal, XG, was 1.31 against Aston Villa 1.02. We had 15 shots on goals. Aston Villa had 12 at home. And on target, Manchester United had 6 shots on target, while Aston Villa had 4. We played equal corners, 5 each. Manchester United goalkeeper made 2 saves, while Aston Villa, Emiliano Martinez made 5 saves. This is to tell you that Manchester United was more with the ball. Manchester United created one big chance, which was the corner when Matheus Cunha missed. One big chance, you know. Yeah, and if you look at it, we were high on possession. Everything shows you that Manchester United did a lot more work, you know. We did a lot more work. The players are coming around. Manchester United, the team is coming around. Ruben Amorin is building a very good team. And after he does that, I'm telling you clearly, Manchester United, the team you're going to see, you know, Sir Alex Ferguson came out. Yeah, Sir Alex Ferguson came out on the day and talked about Manchester United going 10 years before we can win the title. The manager disagrees with that, and I also disagree with Alex Ferguson. I believe that Alex Ferguson is a legend of the game. I feel like he understands football much more than I do. I feel like but I've watched him. I watched Sir Alex Ferguson glory days. I was there. I was younger. I was popping. We were hammering. Yes, the days we broke teams down. The days we destroyed teams. We were always on the counter. Ronaldo, Rooney, Chicharito, Nani, you know, all of these guys. They, you know, go way back to the days of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You know, we had Teddy Sheringham. We had Andy Cole. We had Dwight York. We had all of these players. You know, Manchester United were shedding. You know, we were tearing teams apart. But now I'm going to tell you that stats are a very important part of the game, because when it begins to go your way, you look back at the stats and you are going to see that, yes, Rome was not built in a day. Manchester United have been creating this. This manager have been creating something out of this team, and this team is going to come good very, very soon. You know, we just need 2 or 3 more transfers, you know, transfer windows, and I'm telling you that we are going to come good. Manchester United is going to come good. I'm telling you that today we did very well. I'm not going to take away anything here. The defense let us down. Yes, the defense let us down, and I'm going to put that to inexperience. I'm not calling out any player. I'm going to put that down to inexperience, and that is it. So guys, our next game is against Newcastle, and we know how difficult it can be to play Newcastle. Ruben Amorin, I trust him. I know he will be doing what he has to do. But the thing is, who do you think he should be playing in the midfield? That's the question. Who do you think Ruben Amorin should be playing in the midfield? I think we would have Kobe Mainu back. Yeah, I think we'll have Kobe Mainu back. Then I think we'll have Casemiro back also. Then we'll have Martinez, Lisandro Martinez, and you know, the three of the guys. Which 2 do you think he can pair in the midfield to give Manchester United that balance and solidity? You know, I'm thinking about that, because it is very, very important that Manchester United have a midfield, because it is showing clearly that there is no squad depth. You know, we miss Ahmad, we miss Mbeumo so much. It showed today. We miss them so much. So I think that we should be doing much more now. We should be thinking of what to do, how to line up the midfield. We do not have anybody else to bring in defense. So we are still going to play with Lenny Euro and Aiden Heaven and Luke Shaw. We are still going to play with them. So we do not have Aiden Heaven to an extent is class, but then he's still inexperienced. You know, I thought that he was culprit you know, to the second goal. I thought Aiden Heaven was culprit. He was sleeping. There was no reason for Oli Watkins to nick the ball off him, you know, after the cross came in from Buendia. Oli Watkins, there was no reason for Oli Watkins to nick the ball off him, but you know, that happened. And so these players, I think that they need to be more alert, they need to be more open, they need to be more sure of what they are doing. And that's it for me. I think that Manchester United, we do not have we have nothing more to do in the defense. Any player that gets injured in that defense right now, Manchester United is in deeper crisis. Right now we are in crisis. Yeah, we are in crisis because we have our captain, who is by far our best player, injured right now. We have Casimir, we have our best defenders injured, Harry Maguire and Matthias De Ligt. We have them injured, so we are in crisis right now, and it affects us. It shows that we do not have the squad depth, and a team without the squad depth cannot really compete in the Premier League. And we want to qualify for Europe, and all of these things are criteria. So Manchester United should be doing something in the January transfer window. Yeah, we should be doing something in the January transfer window at least, because we cannot guarantee European football. For me, right now, with the kind of injuries I'm seeing Manchester United riddled with, I think that even if we get the European Conference Cup, that would be a bonus. But I want Manchester United in the Champions League. I want Manchester United to be playing the Champions League. We should be in the Champions League space. That is what I want for Manchester United. We should be in the Champions League space. You know, we should. So that means that we should be investing. Even if it is makeshift defenders, we should be getting defenders to Manchester United, because our problems right now is conceding goals. We are conceding goals. Last season, we had a problem of not creating chances and not scoring goals. And we look like a team that has solved that, because we are creating chances and we are scoring goals. We look about one of the teams that has scored more goals this season. Yes. If we look at the goal chart, Manchester United will be top 3 teams that have scored goals this season. But when we look at the goals conceded, we are actually one of the worst. So we score and we concede. So what we need to do is shut the goals. We don't need to concede as much as we score. I think we are -3. We are +3 when it comes to our goal difference right now. I think we are +3. As at last season, we were -1. Sitting 15th, I'll be 13th. Yeah, we are 7th now. We are +3. Last season it was -1 in 13th position. Our next game is against Newcastle, and I know that Ruben Amorim knows that he has to do everything that he can. He has to do everything. We have to know, because Newcastle also, I think, is in a good form. You know, and Manchester United, you know, we have to do something. We have to do something, and I trust Ruben Amorim. Yeah, I trust Ruben Amorim. He's made me believe in him. He's made me trust him. Yeah, because so far, Manchester United this season we've not had any reason why we will be shouting down on anybody or shouting down. Players are buying into Ruben Amorim's style of play. They are giving everything. They are fighting. They are hunting down balls. They are winning second balls. They are recycling possessions. They are moving as fast as they can, and I just love that. I love the work ethics of Mason Mount. I think I love the stamina of what's it called, Matheus Cunha. I think Benjamin Sesko has to do better. For me, Benjamin Sesko has to do better. You know, Mason Mount. I think I love what he brings to Manchester United. I love his press. I love his runs. His work ethics. I love it. And when we have Brian Mbeumo and Amad Diallo back, Manchester United will create a lot more chances. And I just think that maybe we might just have the opportunity to qualify for the Champions League football. But for now, with what I'm seeing, we should be getting defenders in the market. We should be going to the market. We should be looking for defenders, because Harry Maguire and Matthias De Ligt are 2 of the good defenders we have. You know, Lenioro and Aiden Heaven are young defenders that will come up and that would become solid and very useful to Manchester United in the future. But for now, we need defenders who's going to keep us in the league, who's going to keep us in games, because these guys are not keeping us in games because of individual errors and mistakes. They are not keeping us in games. So we need those guys that will be able to keep us in games, that will be tenacious enough, that will be intense enough, that would worry about keeping Manchester United in games, right? And protect the goalkeeper a lot more. Yeah. So we need to get in, and one thing again I want you to understand is that that defense starts from the midfield. Yes, I want to say it that way because a lot of people will tell you that defense starts from the attack. Yeah, but I think that defense starts from the midfield, because it is from the midfield that you deny your opposition the ball. From the midfield, you deny your opposition the ball from the midfield. So we have to get in formidable midfielders. If the manager does not trust Lisandro Martinez enough to play him in that number 8 position or number 6 position, then I think that we have to go into the market, get in a solid midfielder, then maybe get in a better solid defender. Then we can be going for wing backs. So guys, yeah, I think so. On a general note, or on a closing note, I'm going to say that Ruben Amorin so far, after over a year, I think that the manager is doing a little bit more better than what we were seeing last season. We are dominating games. We are losing games, but knowing that we are giving our best, and that is one thing every Manchester United fan want to see. It is not about, most of the times it's not about losing, it is how you lose. Manchester United against Bournemouth, we drew that game. It felt like a loss because we knew we could win the game. We saw it open and clear that we could win the game, but we saw how individual errors from the defenders cost us the game. Yes, we saw how the slow legs of Casemiro cost us a free kick that led to a goal, and all of that. We could see how open our midfield was. Casemiro was not being able to cover up that midfield properly, and this is the reason why I am looking at playing someone like Lisandro Martinez around him. I've not seen what Menu can give us defensively, but we know what Lisandro Martinez can give us defensively. I know that Menu can give us more offensively if he has the ball to drive up the pitch. I know that he can give us more offensively, but defensively, this is where I worry, because Manchester United concede loads of goals, and we want to shut it out. Learn to keep clean sheets. We can score one goal and defend it. So look at Arsenal. Arsenal is climbing up the table. Arsenal is first on the table, but in about 2-3 games they've not had their best games, but they've won. Just like Aston Villa today, they did not have. It was nothing close to being a good game for Aston Villa, but they won. So this is where Manchester United is supposed to be right now. Winning games. Shutting out attacks. Yes, shutting attacks and winning games. We have to get to that point where we know that we have that defensive solidity to shut down attacks. And now we know that we can score goals. We know we have guys who can shoot at goal and score goals. And we know that with Bruno Fernandes in that mix, Manchester United can get wins, right? So all of this together, I think that Manchester United looks like a team in the right trajectory. So I'm going to give Ruben Amorim his credit. It's not been an easy ride for a manager that young. He's 40, going to 41. A manager that young, I would give him his credit. He's actually redefining Manchester United as a team, and Manchester United is looking like it's going to come back to what we used to know Manchester United, a team that wins titles, and we are going to win titles. I just hope that You guys will be here supporting Manchester United when we do that. Please click but before we get that there, you have to support my channel. You know, it's all about Manchester United. Please click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button, subscribe to this channel. You can see it. It is Man United Elder TV, right? You can see it there at Manchester United, Man United Elder TV. Please support this channel. Click out, you can give this video you can give this live a thumbs up so that it could go to a lot more people. Thank you for joining my live. I appreciate you guys. Manchester United did not win today, but we had a very good game, and we have something that we can build on. You get, but we have something we can build on. We did not win, but we have something we can build on, and we can actually say that with a little bit of more time we will be doing better. Unai Emery has been at Aston Villa for how long now? Close to 4 years. What's his name? Arteta has been at Arsenal for how long now? 6 years. So we have to give our manager time. We can see the improvements in the way we play. So we have to give the manager time. I believe in the manager. I trust him because he has made me trust him. Every time he says a player is not ready, that player is not ready. And every time he says a player is ready, we see it clearly, that player is ready. So guys, you just have to give the manager time. Believe in the manager. Still support Manchester United on it, because we are going to do better. Simon Crepper, thank you for coming back. But you know, we are rounding up. We are rounding up. It is pretty late. People have to go to bed. My name is Elder, and this is Man United Elder TV. I'd love you all to click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button, and you will get all notifications when the videos drop. We analyze every Manchester United game. Tomorrow we'll be here discussing Kobe Mainu and all of the problems around Manchester United with Kobe Mainu, right? So guys, thank you for joining this live. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, big love. Please click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button, so that the videos would come to you when I drop them. We have studio videos as well as we have lives. You can also send in your super chats, you can send in stickers, you can, to support this channel. We make sure that we try to reach, far and wide. Thank you guys. Thank everybody. I thank you. I thank you, Simon Crepper. I thank you so much. Kingsley Igor. I hope you're here, but if you're gone, still big love to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming around. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody who is here. Please, you're seeing my face for the first time, click on the notification button, click on the subscribe button. Manchester United is playing Newcastle next. How are we going to look at the game? I think that will be, the game is on Friday. Manchester United is playing Newcastle on Friday. I think that's on Boxing Day, right? I think, and we'll have to analyze it, on live. I would want to know your thoughts, and I'll give you my own thoughts too. So guys, thank you so much. I'll see you again in my next video. Peace, love, and GGNU. Go Manchester United.